It's interesting.
Somebody had to enforce that shit and make sure that the one drop of blood was equitably distributed. So they kept people in POW camps, raping them and forcing that one drop of blood throughout the lineage until they was living an imitation of life and escaped into the community at large and amalgamated with the ones that they thought had the power, never knowing that they was running away from the powerful ones.
Mm-hmm.
But in the process, the genetic spill proves itself when all of the media show you the improvement in the psychological development of the collective of those people that came on the Ellis Island transports.
Mm-hmm.
They not the same people that they were. Physiologically, psychologically, they got their one drop of blood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now, shit, everybody fucking cousins now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, like, if you look up Genghis Khan, shit, 60% of the world related to this motherfucker.
What?
Yeah. Because they royal gold dragon blood in Anu. The red dragon blood is Ainana. The black dragon blood is Enlil. And the green dragon blood is Enki.
Mm-hmm.
The rainbow dragon is Tahuti.
Mm-hmm.
And Tahuti is the heir apparent to the throne for the father line and the mother line.
Okay.
Red and blue. Right? So he was born and he was kept secret in order for him to be able to develop into a psychologically developed adult that can prove he's not an imbecile in law to reclaim the kingdom of the earth on behalf of the sisters to raise the matriarchy. Because when it's all said and done, ain't no man God.
Mm-hmm.
God is a woman. Big Mama. Prime creator. We in her uterus. If we in her uterus, how the hell can God be a man?
Right.
Because everywhere the creation takes place, whether it's the darkness of the mind or the darkness of the womb, it got to be in triple darkness in order to manifest as the first spark of light.
Uh-huh. That's right.
Right? So when you remember we say what Pops told us, we not being punished for our sins, we being punished by our sins.
Yeah.
The term sin is a God. That's an inner sin.
Yeah, right.
And inner sins, dirt is what's punishing us. He is under the rule of Enlil, his right-hand motherfucking man.
Wow.
So when we sinning, we following something called sin rights. The sin rights is when you surrender your sovereign capacity in order to make somebody superior to you because you don't know your own power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? You're supposed to take your power back, and that's how you conquer sin's power to rule you.
Mm-hmm.
Inner sin.
Mm-hmm.
Because he pulls on your lower nature,
mm-hmm.
your ego self,
mm-hmm.
because he is the one who's crafting the psychological matrix for the collective egregore,
mm-hmm.
mental creation of a mastermind, the collective of us all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming together to produce one common mind. This one common mind being influenced by the one that know how to influence the most people. And the way that you influence the most people is you got to tell the most truth. So they made everything be a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got to flip the lie inside out in order to find the truth. And then when you do that, you put them on blast and then you take your power back. And now they at your mercy, if you got any. Because you're in the position of right, you don't need mercy.
Mm-hmm.
You can be as ruthless as you need to be in order to do what's right without consequence because you're doing what's right. But when you know in your heart of hearts you on some bullshit, judge not that ye may not be judged, but for by the same measure by which you judge also by that same measure, should you be judged?
Mm-hmm.
Can't be looking down on other motherfuckers that fall like you ain't never failed before. Grown man ain't supposed to pour dirt on another grown man while he's struggling, but they doing it. This is all to exercise. You can get these Jewish Defense League motherfuckers out my face because my temperature starting to rise.
Right. Hey, hey, we about to get ready to get off, man. But I want to. We got about 5 more minutes. You want to take some questions and answers?
Yeah, let's see. We got some questions. I'm glad to answer a couple questions before we go.
Okay, all right. So the first question is, they wanted to ask you, what is your person? Something they've been trying to get me to ask you this question for about 2-3 weeks, really. But so I said I was going to ask them next time I got you on. They said that what is your feel about Anu being the Most High? That's what they want to ask.
Listen, Anu didn't do no dirt on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Anu came on the stateside visit to try to settle a squabble between his sons. And when he got here, the war had broke out and they got trapped. Anu taking the side of the Earthborn from the very beginning. When you read in Zechariah Extension's Confessions of Enki, he telling you how Anu was telling Enlil punk ass about mitochondria's right to rule Earth. And the argument broke out because the sister, Isis, parthogenically made a male child without asking none of the men because they said she couldn't do it. She went to Big Mama for permission. This is what they talk about when they saying that Osiris lost his phallus and that she used magic that Tahuti gave her in order to manifest a male child without the aid of a man, immaculate conception.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Anu signed off on anything that a mitochondrial Earth ruler needs to sustain a mitochondrial planet because he got a great deal of love for his mother and he pushed that agenda. His son just an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Enlil just an asshole. He want to micromanage everybody and everything, what they call mass surveillance of everything every individual do, because he's paranoid. So if he's running government, he want to micromanage as much as he can by doing what you're doing at all times through computer surveillance systems.
Mm-hmm.
This is the shit we was fighting against, right? And they wanted to fix it where it was only 2 classes of people, the uber rich and the uber poor, or super rich and super poor.
Mm-hmm.
And the poor people was going to be the ones doing all of the labor, and the rich people was going to reap all of the reward. Well, we didn't think that shit was fair. And Anu agreed with us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So him being the Most High, it don't bother me because I don't care. I don't worship none of the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But I got to give respect where respect is due.
Yeah.
He the most loved of the gods for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when we talking about in Vadun, we talking about Obatala and Olodumare.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the one who authorized the mission to begin with, as long as they didn't disrupt the balance of the nature of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until Enlil came and upset the balance of the nature of the planet that we end up in the condition we are now, trying to rediscover our way back out of this shit.
Hey, one more question, man, because then I gotta get up out of here because I'm supposed to get out at 10:30. What is your take on the flat Earth theory?
Look, I believe people see the flat Earth, especially in meditation, when they see what's called the wave pattern.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the flat Earth, I didn't see the Earth from outer space in astral travel. It's a torsion field. It's a hollow Earth. It's a hollow Earth because it's a torsion field. The opening is to facilitate the cycling of the energy between the 2 polarities. The problem was the polarities was flipped. So some people can't see the torsion field shape. It's more like an apple than it is like a ball.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
Right? But they can't see it because their psyche can see the wave pattern of tomorrow being created, which gives the infinite plane dimensions of creation. So you're looking at two worlds at the same time, the wave and the particle.
Mm.
When you see it as the particle, it's going to turn into a torsion field. But you can't see it until you open up your mind and stop judging everything and just see it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Learn the definitions and you can't be deceived. Because if you know what everything means, your mind automatically is going to train itself to always give you the truthful definition of what you're seeing versus what somebody's telling you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they can tell you a bald-faced lie, but if the truth in it, you can extract it and use it. And most successful lies contain elements of truth.
That's facts. That's a fact.
Right? So when you get past the deception part, you take that element of truth and you extract it out of the lies. That's called cracking codes.
Mm.
Because all of the letters are alchemically made. Ain't nobody just making their own letters to write a letter to their cousin. They're using the standard letters of the society they in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If they in China, they write in Chinese. If they in Japan, they write in Japanese. India, they write in Sanskrit. In Italy, they writing in Italian. In Russia, they writing in Russian. Well, who gave us all these letters? Right. Who's the author of the alphabet of these letters? The morphology of them tell you where they come from. They come from pictographic writings, mm-hmm. which is the writing on the wall. And they told you that we wanted to read the writing on the wall, which is the Medunetter, the writing of God, written with the fingers of God, meaning by the pencil that he hold in his hand with his fingers. Mm-hmm. Right? And the thought was the cause of it all, and the thought is the word. And the word was thought.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And the word thought is thought, and thought is God. Mm-hmm. After he replaced those Anunnakis that was warring on the 50th seat of the Galactic Council, he be seated on the God seat of the Earth dimension or the Earth domain. That means from the sun to Pluto is his area of jurisdiction. And anything come in there, they got an answer for that shit. They had to make the Galactic Council had to make an agreement amicable to all parties. Mm-hmm. Right? It's called diplomacy. And the agreement was every 3,600 years, they give us updated technology and we get them to go. Mm. Just stay the fuck off Earth.
That sounds good to me.
That's it. That's all we want them to do. Stay the fuck off Earth. Stop turning our kids against each other. Right? Stop making the blood games, the blood rituals, a rites of passage in our community to keep our people subjugated. Let's stop that shit. Right?
Hey, I got one more question and we got to get up out of here, man. And you ain't got to go long on it. I just want you to pass, just say like 2 or 3 sentences on it. What's your take on the 31 million tons that just popped up in Uganda? Do you think that's the ancestors putting us back?
Talking about the gold?
Yeah, the gold in Uganda.
They got to give a public accounting of the gold so that when the Anunnaki give us the new technologies, we can give them the gold. We know that we had enough. We met the quota. But they don't got to tell you that's what it's for.
Yeah, right.
But it's still got to be out there for you to put the pieces to the puzzle together. Mm-hmm. Nibiru is incoming. They give an accounting of massive amounts of gold and gold deposits around the world and other minerals. Right? And at the close of the age, we have to trade the gold for technology. In this case, we're going to be having a lot more organic healing and we be getting rid of all like GMOs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, so we better get ready to get up out of here, man. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. We might have to get you back on just for a question and answer class, because it's like people that send me so many questions. Hey, ask the brother Ron. Hey, ask the brother Ron this, ask him this, ask him that. So we're going to probably get you back on just for people that can ask you these questions they want to ask. We want to thank you for coming on, man, because it's been a long day. But we're going to definitely be back on. We're going to definitely do this again.
Oh, yeah. If we probably get tomorrow about 9:30.
Yeah. We can do it tomorrow. We can do it because, you know, I'm going out live all day. So I'm going to be back. But today, I've been up since like 5 o'clock and I ain't been to sleep since. But I'm toughing it out. But we can be on tomorrow and do this a question and answer, whatever you want to do. But like a list of questions I got to answer you.
We still got to do a part 3 to this because we
finish it. That's right. All right, so what we're gonna do is we'll get off. We'll come back tomorrow then, and at the same time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for coming out to share with us. Be sure to hit that like. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit the bell. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check because we put something out every day for your ass. All right, so Islam, peace, hotel, love, Ashug, divine love throughout the boundless universe to all. All right, thank you, brother. Love. Brother. Hey, brother Rob, we love you, man. We thank you, man, for coming and sharing with the family and giving us more and more science. We out of this thing, man.